Lynn Miller, Ray Harper, Andrew Cubbage. Hope I said that one right. I drink a shot to all you guys for your help in the production of this video. Sioux City Sarsaparilla Root Beer, my current favorite. To you guys. That right there is good stuff. Howdy everybody. How's everybody doing today? We are here once again to pay homage to our old buddy, the Fat Electrician. TFE. That's what I call him, TFE. The Fat Electrician. Anyway, I've actually had a good number of requests to do reaction videos to several of his, matter of fact, a lot of his different videos. So I have not watched any of his videos for that reason. I don't want to watch a video prior to doing a reaction video on it. So this is the first time I've seen it. Don't know if it's the first time you've seen it. If you're not subscribed to the guy, I would definitely recommend going and subscribing. But anyway, the video we're looking at today is entitled The Fat Electrician Reviews the Ship That Wouldn't Sink, USS Nevada, BB-36. Now that means something to those of you that follow me because of the Battleship Texas, which is BB-35. Nevada came off the line right after the Battleship Texas. So I'm going to assume that she was launched probably the same year as the Texas, 1914, maybe 1915, I don't know for sure. But being the next ship in line, it had to be 14 or 15. All right, so let's take a look and see what he's got to say about the Battleship Nevada, why it's unsinkable, and whatever it is, it's going to be news to me.
Today we're talking about the ship that wouldn't sink. Ladies and gentlemen, the USS Nevada. Predating both world wars, it is America's first super dreadnought, as well as a...
All right, now Battleship Texas, as most of you know, is a dreadnought, and the Nevada was the first of the super dreadnoughts. So let's see what else is new about it.
The first American battleship to run on oil instead of coal. He won the attack on Pearl Harbor. The USS Nevada was the first ship hit. It was subsequently the...
Now there's a piece of historical information. She was the first ship hit at Pearl Harbor. If memory serves me correctly, the Nevada was the only ship, or maybe the first ship, that was able to build steam and get underway at Pearl Harbor. And because she was underway, she was attacked viciously by the Japanese aircraft. But I might be wrong on that. I'm not sure. I just seem to recall that from my mind. But my mind recalls a lot of things that never happened. It recalls a lot of things that happened a long time ago. But I ain't this old, so I don't recall this. Just thought I heard it somewhere.
The first ship to return fire and to down an enemy aircraft. It is also the only one of the 8 battleships present to successfully get underway during the attack. Despite being...
Well, there we go. I was right about that. She was the only one, apparently, of the battleships anyway, to be able to get underway. So I know from hearing that she was viciously attacked. They wanted to desperately sink her so they could plug up the entrance to Pearl Harbor. But that did not end up happening. I think the captain ended up running her ashore so that she did not sink in the harbor itself.
Being hit by a torpedo and 5 250-kilogram bombs while being on fire and taking the water the USS Nevada.
He didn't correct it. 250-kilogram bombs. He's using the metric system there. Ooh, buddy, you made a mistake. I know you watched this. Better watch that in the future, pal. 250 kilograms. I'll go ahead and do it for you. I'll do it in my head here. It's 250 kilograms is about 520 pounds. Alexa, how many pounds is 250 kilograms?
250 kilograms is about 551 pounds.
All right, 551 pounds. So 500 250-pound bombs and a torpedo? And the rascal's still moving? She's got some gumption.
Nevada would still manage to rescue sailors from the water of the wreckage of the USS Arizona. It would then go on to intentionally beach itself at Hospital Point. The Nevada would get repaired and upgraded and go on to be the only ship at Pearl Harbor and D-Day. While in the European theater, they would bombard the enemy so much that they would actually wear out the barrels of their guns. At which point they would return to New York to have their ship fitted with barrels salvaged from the USS Arizona. After the...
Now, isn't that fitting? That's very fitting. She wore her guns out, and those guns were replaced with guns from the Arizona. So the Arizona, not at Pearl Harbor, but the Arizona did get to fire on the enemy. That's pretty awesome. That's an awesome story right there.
They would return to the Pacific Theater for the invasion of Okinawa, where they were attacked by 7 kamikaze bombers, one landing a direct hit. Didn't even come close to sinking it. The Nevada would remain in service until the end of World War II. And that is when things got very, very American. You see, the USS Nevada was almost 40 years old and ready for retirement. So what do you do if you're Uncle Sam? Do you turn it into a giant floating museum like all the other battleships? Nah, there's an unsinkable battleship on the planet, and if anybody's gonna sink it, it's gonna be him. Doesn't matter if it's ours, he wants a street cred. So in what I can only describe as the most violently American thing I've ever seen, we painted it neon orange and dropped a nuclear fucking bomb on it for funsies. Sorry, for...
Alright, so it must have been at one of the nuclear test sites. Yeah. You know they didn't drop a nuclear bomb on it. Because that's never been done. They've never dropped a nuclear bomb directly on a ship. But it must have been at one of the test sites. That's what I'm assuming here.
For research. This is what would be known as the Bikini Atoll experiments. Fun fact, this is
it was at Bikini Atoll, so it was at one of the nuclear sites, or nuclear test sites.
Inspiration for the SpongeBob cartoon.
SpongeBob! I think that was also the story behind Godzilla as well. But I didn't know it was behind SpongeBob. Of course, I don't watch SpongeBob, so I wouldn't know that.
Pineapple Under the Sea. Yeah, you know, he lives in Bikini Bottom, Bikini Atoll. See what they did there?
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you your favorite childhood cartoon is just a knockoff of Godzilla.
Godzilla, there you go.
Anyways, here's the kicker. It didn't sink. How that's possible, I have no idea. I guess...
What? It didn't sink at the nuclear test? What, was it far away? Maybe it was far away. Maybe it wasn't close enough to sink. Huh. Nuclear test site. Now, I know a lot of the ships that were at Bikini Atoll were just utterly destroyed and just wiped out by walls of water. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. Maybe she was far enough away for that not to affect her so much. I don't know. But anyway, that's very interesting that she didn't go down at a nuclear test.
I guess you're going to need something more than a burning, tingling sensation to take out a ship named after the home of Las Vegas. But you just hit your own boat with a nuclear bomb and you didn't sink it. What do? Fucking double tap, hit it again. They dropped a second nuclear bomb on it. And apparently the Nevada...
A second nuclear test? That's unbelievable. Now, the Titanic should have been so lucky. The Titanic claimed to be unsinkable, but apparently no. Of course, they were, you know, 2 different ships built for 2 different purposes, so that's understandable too, but my gosh, 2 nuclear tests. I'm sure the second one took her down, but we'll find out.
That was made out of Nokia phones because it survived. So now you've got a 28,000...
Okay, it survived? The second nuclear test. It had to be a pretty good distance from ground zero on both tests. It just had to be. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was facing into the detonation. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't broadside to the detonation. I don't know. But to survive 2 nuclear tests when it was put out there for the test, incredible.
Ship that looks like a fucking road cone and is highly contaminated with radiation. It's kind of becoming a problem. So they dispatched every available ship they had to go bombard, including one of America's biggest battleships, the USS Iowa, shooting 16-inch shells that weigh approximately 2,000 pounds apiece. The Iowa and several other ships fired upon the Nevada for 5 days straight, and were still unable to sink it.
5 days being shelled by other battleships? And did not sink. Of course, we don't know how many rounds were fired in those 12 days. But like he said, those are 2,000-pound bomb or 2,000-pound shells. It shouldn't take but a few of those to take any ship down. My goodness.
A direct hit from an aerial torpedo would finally sink the USS Nevada, ending the story on what is arguably the toughest naval vessel of all time. And I only say arguably because of the USS Lafay, not because of the Bismarck. Nobody cares. Buh, it took the entire British Royal Navy to bring it down. Buh. And even then, the crew intentionally sunk it so it wouldn't fall into enemy hands. Buh. You know what? We sunk our own ship too. The only difference is we did it after we won. And even then, we did it with more style. Talk to me when you got 2 atomic bombs under your belt.
Oh no! Talk to me when you got 2 nukes under your belt. That's as funny as you boys need to go home. Oh my goodness. Talk to me when you got 2 nukes under your belt. My gosh, that is unbelievable what it took to sink that ship. Oh man, let's finish off this here.
Store and other links are available at thefatelectrician.com. Okay. So until next time, quack bang out.
Quack bang out. Oh man, Fat Electrician dude, man, you tear me up. All right, well, once again, I really love this video. And those of you out there that have asked me to review some of his other videos, I will be getting to those. Don't know when. There's a lot going on with the Battleship Texas right now. She's going to be going to Galveston to dry dock in I'm guessing about 4 more weeks. They say mid-August, so that's about 4 weeks away. So keep in touch. I'll let you know what's going on with the Battleship Texas. We'll get back to Sabaton eventually. And I've got all other kind of things in the plans. So stick around for news of the Battleship Texas. So I appreciate you folks being here. Take off my hat to our veterans. I appreciate each and every one of you. And may the good Lord bless each and every one of you. Give you a great day and happiness throughout your life. Appreciate you coming by today. Have a great day.